who joined the U.S. Senate representing Ohio. And John Glenn was the third American in space and the first American to orbit the Earth, circling it 3 times in 1962. Mr. Glenn died in 2016 at the age of 95. Hey, don't you go anywhere. Get that coffee, sit on down. I want to have you join me because guess what? We have more news for all Americans, and it begins right now. Happy Christmas Eve. I'm Nick Smith, live from our NewsNation headquarters in America's heartland. It's time for news for all Americans. We're following breaking news this morning. American Airlines' nationwide ground stop is over tech issues on what's expected to be the busiest travel day of the holiday season. We're live with what's going on right now and what you can do if you're stuck in all this mess.
My mom flew off to Nashville on Saturday and left me a long list of people that she needed to shop for. So I'm here tonight getting all the gifts for my mom, for all of her brothers and sisters and nieces and nephews.
And guess what? She won't be the only one. And if you are far from alone, if you're wrapping up your Christmas shopping today, we're live from one of the many malls that will be packed with last-minute shoppers. How much Americans are expected to spend despite record inflation.
The baby sleeps here. Then Ariel sleeps here. Gloria up top, Landon on the bottom.
A family of 6 forced to live in a small camper after Hurricane Helene, now getting the Christmas gift of their dreams. See their new RV and hear from the group who made it all happen. It's Christmas Eve and it's morning in America. But first this morning, we start with breaking news on what's expected to be a record-breaking holiday travel blitz. We're learning American Airlines is experiencing a system-wide issue that has caused delays and grounding of some of its flights across the country. Let's get right out to Xavier Walton, who's live at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport with the very latest. Xavier, does this continue to be a nightmare for travelers on the ground?
Hey, Nick, good morning. Yes and no. If you're on the tarmac now and you're getting ready to take off, there have been some people, at least on social media, reporting, hey, we're stuck. We can't take off yet. And then you got people who are coming into the airport trying to figure out what's going on. They have no idea what this outage may have done with regards to their actual flight. Talked to somebody at the ticket counter just behind me. The lady had no idea what was going on. But here's what American Airlines is saying when you talk about just the system-wide outage. It was a technical issue affecting American flights this morning. You know, they didn't really specify exactly what that issue is. They also apologized to their customers for the inconvenience. Obviously, this is Christmas Eve. You talk about how many people are flying today and tomorrow as well. You already mentioned ripple effects that could be felt with more than 300 flights delayed already, according to FlightAware. Hey, we talked to some travelers just a bit ago, a little bit earlier. Here's what they had to say.
I am worried about the weather, but I'm going to hang in there and give it a shot. It's in the United States. It's not like I'm traveling internationally, so, you know, I'm going to try it.
My dad is the reason we probably got here as early as we did. He is a frequent traveler and has been for his whole life, so it's always going to be 3-4 hours early before we even get. Like, she woke me up at 3:20 this morning, and our flight's at 7:20.
All right, so from the friendly skies to the roads, nearly 90% of holiday travelers are driving to their destinations. That is a whopping 107 million people planning to use a car or SUV. That's up more than 2.5 million Americans driving, and that's kind of the theme here, Nick. More people are traveling this year compared to last year. But back out here at the airport, I mean, it seems calm. Lines are a little bit long, but wait till you get through security, and that's when the story really begins, as you've already seen and heard from people that have been stuck out on the tarmac for more than an hour.
And Xavier, that's my next question, because you and I both know that when your flight is not leaving or it's delayed or you don't know where it is, you're frustrated, and the first line of attack is usually that gate agent or the ticket agent. What are American employees actually telling flyers in Dallas who have approached them with questions?
Well, I approached one of the ticket agents over here with a question, and to be completely honest, she had no idea what was going on. In all fairness to her, it was happening when I asked her. I also caught up with a pilot who was getting ready to take off to San Francisco, He said, they don't tell me anything until I get to my gate. So that gives you a sense of what and how all of this information is shared with everyone. Also, you got to think about this. For those people who are actually on their plane, on the tarmac, they might be frustrated, but you got to think about the people who are getting ready to take off, who are still going through security. You got to think about the ripple effects already. This early in the morning, more than 300 flights delayed. That's nationwide. But the ripple effects from this outage for American still yet to be seen, Nick.
Xavier Walton with the very latest from DFW. Xavier, thank you so much. With me now is NewsNation travel editor Peter Greenberg. Peter, thanks for joining me again. First, give me your top line thoughts for anyone who might have a flight today with American. Anytime Xavier is saying at least 300 flights have been delayed, what should they do?
Well, that number is only going to go up simply because when you have a ground stop, you're dealing with congestion, not just on the ground in terms of the gates. You're dealing with congestion on the ground in terms of taxiways, tarmacs, and runways. Remember, in order for a plane to push back, they have to have the flight dispatch information that they need. There's your software problem that American Airlines is experiencing now. They can't get that information to pilots. Without that, they're not allowed to push back because they don't have the information that they need to get that plane from A to B. But what's worse are the planes that are now in the air and landing at airports like Dallas and Charlotte, at Kennedy and Los Angeles, among others, because once they land, there's nowhere for them to go because those gates are already occupied. So you have people stuck on planes that can't get out. You have people stuck in terminals that can't even get on the planes because there's literally gridlock on the ground.
And Peter, we just learned that American Airlines has requested that the FAA lift that ground stop. But if I'm understanding you correctly, that is not necessarily flipping the switch and things back to normal.
No, it's not. Once you do flip that switch, then you got to get everybody back in line, meaning you got to get flight crews back on the planes they were supposed to be on. Remember, flight crews have to connect as well as passengers. You got to get planes back in sequence, and you got to get the flights back on schedule. You cannot do all three. It's going to for every hour you're down, and they've been down for a while now, it takes you about 6 hours to get back up, assuming the flight crews don't time out on their legal allowed flight duty time, and not to mention disconnected bags and passengers. So in hub airports like DFW and Charlotte for American, it's going to be a long day.
Peter, is it too soon to make comparisons to the issue with Southwest Airlines when they had their meltdown a few years ago? Because the comparisons seem similar. Right around the holiday, everything breaks down, people frustrated.
Yes, but I think it is too soon because we need to get down to the bottom of what really triggered all this and then who's responsible. Remember, it's not a question about the primary system here. It's a question about the backup system. And until we figure that out, I can't answer that question for you.
And Peter, last question I have for you. You often talk that passengers should check the app before they head to the airport or for the latest information. What do you do in this situation if you're waiting for a family member or you're possibly catching a flight?
Well, the app is not always going to help you. I mean, I've always found that the app is about 5 minutes to 10 minutes behind having a conversation with somebody who might actually know what they're talking about. If you're going to go to a counter agent or a gate agent, they may not know the information, but they will know who to call to get it. And you're going to ask them to call the ops center. And in fact, that's who you want to call to, especially if you're in Dallas, because that's where the American Ops Center is.
NewsNation travel editor Peter Greenberg, thank you so much.
You got it.
Millions of people will spend millions of dollars today finishing their Christmas shopping. On average, shoppers are predicted to spend, get this, about $900 each this year. NewsNation's Ryan Bass is live at a mall near Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Ryan, how many last-minute shoppers are you expecting to see float past you on this Christmas Eve?
There's going to be a ton of them, Nick. And by the way, this is going to be a hot commodity here today. This is one of these shopping carts that's outside here at Sawgrass Mills Mall in Sunrise, Florida. And we're going to see tons and tons of people coming here to get their last-minute shopping done. Shopify says that 16% of Americans actually do their Christmas shopping on Christmas Eve. And they're going to get a lot of those last-minute items. Malls like this one here at Sawgrass open up at 9 this morning. So in just about an hour, you've got Aventura Mall, which is about 35 minutes from me, one of the most popular malls in America. That's opening already as shoppers head to some of these big stores. Target, Walmart, Best Buy, some of the brand names that are open until about 6 or 7 o'clock today. The National Retail Foundation projected roughly 157 million people across the country would shop last minute. So What are people buying this holiday season? Well, the top presents under the tree, according to the NRF, is gift cards. They still reign supreme, followed by clothes. You've got books and media gifts, and also beauty products as well. Holiday spending this year, Nick, it's estimated to reach over $200 billion. That is a new record, 10% higher than what we saw last year. So as people start to wake up this morning, you're going to be seeing a lot of folks heading to malls like this one to get those last-minute items, Nick, so that way they can make sure those presents are nestled under the tree.
Absolutely. Ryan Bass with the latest for us. Ryan, thank you so much. And as you last-minute travelers head to your holiday destination, storm systems on both coasts may actually slow you down. To help us keep an eye on everything is meteorologist Max Paris in the Holiday Travel Weather Center. Max, good morning.
Yeah, Merry Christmas Eve, Nick and everyone. We're talking about the Northeast being targeted with another winter system, but this one will bring not just snow, also ice. Ice targeting the D.C. metro right now. That's going to be hampering travel plans. And then we have the interior of New England targeted for more heavy snowfall with winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings in place. A look at future radar showing that system right now slamming into the I-95 corridor. And that's going to be a trend here as we get into the next several hours with this freezing rain continuing to come down through Maryland. That moves off as we enter into the afternoon, so it's a quick hitter, but we do have dry air that'll reach us and last as we get through Christmas Day. So a quick moving system with just less than an inch for Boston and New York City with the snow totals, that a few hundredths of an inch of ice accumulation going to cause those travel issues farther to the south as well. White Christmas guaranteed for the interior of New England and parts of the Great Lakes region, along with the mountains out west. And the reason why a lot of us won't be getting that white Christmas is most are above freezing for Christmas Day, including New York City in the mid-30s. We're up to the 50s into South Dakota. Let's talk about travel delays now. You can see above me here the list from Airtopia showing off. Look at that. Dozens and dozens of delayed flights. Those are all from American Airlines, of course, and that's not even weather-related. Meanwhile, weather-related delays will be an issue, especially for the East Coast. Texas also seeing a storm system move through for the rest of today. As for tomorrow, I think that the East Coast quiets down, so if you can hold off travel for the entire eastern seaboard till Christmas Day, you'll certainly be rewarded with better weather. The exception will be the Gulf Coast and the western United States getting slammed with multiple storm systems that could cause additional delays. So what's new, Nick? We are talking Christmas time, and that also means just because we have all the travelers out there, we got to add insult to injury with all this weather mess.
And Max, I know you'll keep an eye on everything. Max
Sure.
Paris, thank you so much. We're learning new details about the man charged in the horrific murder of a woman who was burned to death on a New York City subway car. Sebastian Zepeda Cali, a Guatemalan national in the country illegally, has been charged with murder after allegedly lighting the sleeping woman's clothes on fire. NewsNation's Jackie Coppell has the latest from Brooklyn this morning. Jackie, this is a disturbing story to say the least, but it seems like the defense is gearing up for a possible insanity plea.
That's right, Nick. A source familiar with the investigation tells me that Zepeda Khalil's attorney is interested in having his client psychologically evaluated after the 33-year-old was charged with murder in the first and second degree, along with arson on Monday. Now, Zepeda Khalil last night was taken to Interfaith Medical Center before being brought here to Brooklyn Central Booking. Zepeda Khalil was arrested Sunday after allegedly using a lighter to set a still unidentified woman's clothes on fire as she slept on a Brooklyn subway train. Officers who were on parole, they actually they smelled fire and they investigated, finding the victim engulfed in flames. They used a fire extinguisher to put out the fire, but the victim was pronounced dead on the scene. Police body cameras show that Zepeda Khalil actually stayed on the scene, sitting on a bench just outside the train car watching before he left. After seeing his photo, 3 New York high schoolers called the NYPD to say they had seen Zepeda Khalil.
Our officers in District 2 stopped that train at Herald Square and was able to keep the doors closed, walk the train, and place this very dangerous individual in custody. This is amazing work done by the public and the police working together.
Immigration and Customs Enforcement tells NewsNation that Zepeda Khalil is a Guatemalan citizen who is in the country illegally and had been deported in June of 2018. During his arrest, Zepeda Khalil gave police an address for Samaritan Village, a homeless shelter that also provides outpatient services for people with substance use and mental health issues. NewsNation has reached out to them for a comment. Now, police say that the victim had no identification on her at the time and they may have to use dental records to identify her body due to the brutal nature of this incident. According to officials, Zepeda Khalil did not know the victim before the incident took place. He's expected to be arraigned later today. Nick?
Our prayers go out to her loved ones. Jackie Capel with the very latest from Brooklyn. Jackie, thank you so much. A boat at a Florida marina burst into flames, sending people into the water and to hospitals. And guess what? It was all caught on camera. We're live with the latest on how everyone is doing this morning. Plus,
he wants you to come out. He wants you to come out.
Y'all have to go out.
He wants you to come out.
No, he wants you out.
No, he wants you out.
cops show up when a homeowner confronts an alleged squatter at her house. But it's the homeowner who winds up in handcuffs. How the law was used against her. And right now, you're taking another live look at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport, where we can see lines of people waiting at the ticket counters for information. American Airlines' largest hub is being affected. The airline spent the morning dealing with technical issues, delaying flights, but we're now learning the ground stop on Americans' planes has been lifted.
NewsNation is news for all Americans.
Speak now or forever hold your...
Only took 4-hour cough liquid? Unlike Robitussin DM, Delsum Liquid offers 12 hours of cough relief all day or night. Delsum, cough crisis averted.
Whatever life throws your way, just click for your day.
From celebration moments to joyride moments, your moments are worth protecting against RSV. RSV is a highly contagious virus. If you're 60 or older with certain chronic conditions, you're at higher risk of being hospitalized from RSV. And there are no prescription RSV treatments. You know how to protect against COVID and flu. So ask your pharmacist or doctor about scheduling Pfizer's RSV vaccine too, because moments like these matter.
With Dexcom G7, managing your diabetes just got easier. So, what's your glucose number right now? Good thing you don't need a finger stick. How's all that food affect your glucose? Oh, the answer's on your phone. What if you're hitting low at night? Wow, it can alert you. And you can even track your goals. Manage your diabetes with confidence with Dexcom G7, the most accurate CGM. Learn more at Dexcom.com.
Look out, 'cause here I come.
Have you always had trouble with your weight? Same.
Discover the power of Wegovy.
With Wegovy, I lost 35 pounds. And some lost over 46 pounds.
And I'm keeping the weight off.
I'm reducing my risk. Wegovy is the only weight management medicine proven to reduce risk of major cardiovascular events such as death, heart attack, or stroke in adults with known heart disease and obesity.
Don't use Wegovy with semaglutide or GLP-1 medicines or in children under 12. Don't take if you or your family had MTC, MEN2, or if allergic to it. Tell your provider if you plan to have surgery or a procedure, are breastfeeding, pregnant, or plan to be. Stop taking and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or any of these allergic reactions. Serious side effects may include pancreas inflammation and gallbladder problems. Call your prescriber if you have any of these symptoms. Wegovy may cause low blood sugar in people with diabetes, especially if you take medicines to treat diabetes. Call your prescriber about vision changes, if you feel your heart racing while at rest, or if you have mental changes. Depression or thoughts of suicide may occur. Common side effects include nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, constipation, stomach pain, flu or upset, headache, feeling tired, dizzy or bloated, gas, and heartburn. Some side effects lead to dehydration, which may cause kidney problems.
With Wegovy,
I'm losing weight.
I'm keeping it off.
And I'm lowering my CV risk. Ask your prescriber about Wegovy.
Tomorrow, a NewsNation exclusive. They were the most powerful men in the world. But how do these presidents stack up against each other? Best-selling author Bill O'Reilly spotlights America's chief executives.
You're bringing them to life.
Ranking the best.
It's the Taylor Swift of masculine men.
To the worst.
If I were in a time machine, I'd go back and slap him.
And we'll reveal Bill's pick for the greatest of all time. Leland Vittert hosts Confronting the Presidents tomorrow at 8/7 Central, only on NewsNation.
Welcome back. I want you to take a look at your screen. You see all that debris floating there in the water? That's because of a pier collapse. It's the aftermath of a partial pier collapse in Santa Cruz, California. Now, at least 2 people were rescued by lifeguards, and you can see that the water littered there with debris. Now, some people even standing on broken pieces of wood that's been left floating around. It's believed that a major storm causing 26-foot waves contributed to that collapse. The storm's high surf is also being blamed for the death of a man who was caught under debris on a beach on California's Central Coast. And new video showing the moment a deadly boat exploded. I want you to take a look at that video again. You can see that top actually flew up and crashed back down, and one person running away. But guess what? People on board were sent flying, and this happened in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. At least 1 person has died and 5 people have been injured. NewsNation's Brooke Schaefer is live with us now with the very latest. Brooke, do we know what caused that massive explosion?
That is the big question this morning, Nick. This massive explosion rocking this marina and the neighborhood here, really. Firefighters this morning still investigating what caused this deadly boat explosion. As you said, this happened overnight, again, the night before Christmas Eve here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, just north of Miami. Firefighters say that 2 boats caught on fire after 1 boat exploded while docked here at the marina. In total, 6 people were hurt, 5 taken to local hospitals. 3 of them, according to firefighters, have traumatic injuries. This boat explosion so massive that 1 person was thrown in the air and into the water, missing for hours. After a lengthy search, firefighters found that person unfortunately dead in the water. At this point, we still don't know what caused this, but local reports say that firefighters are looking into the fuel pumps at this boat marina. The boat was reportedly docked next to those fuel pumps before the explosion. Again, 1 person dead, 6 injured by the explosion and the subsequent fire. All of this happening just the night before Christmas Eve. Nick?
Brooke, thank you so much. We'll continue to follow for the latest. Picture this. You come home to find someone has broken into your house, but when you call the cops, you're the one who ends up in handcuffs. Well, that's what happened to a Georgia homeowner who confronted an alleged squatter. She was arrested after attempting to get back inside her own home. Now, Lolita Hale is charged with criminal trespass. But she tells me the incident has opened her eyes to how powerless homeowners are to defend themselves from squatters.
What I've learned in this particular county, Clayton County, is that the judges, the magistrate court judges there, do not understand the law, or they're not interested in the law because they don't seem to be applying it.
Lolita says to her knowledge, the squatter is still living in her home. You can see the full interview on NewsNationNow.com. And right now, there's trouble brewing on Capitol Hill as Republicans get ready to take full control in the nation's capital. Why there could be another bruising fight over the Speaker's gavel in the House to start off the new year. And now Speaker Johnson hopes to get a lift from President-elect Trump. And much-needed help for a family devastated by Hurricane Helene. How they got a new RV they can call home just in time for the holidays, and the ongoing efforts to help many others just like them.
Hey everybody, this is PFC Calum Ostra with PAO. I'm assigned here at Camp Casey, South Korea. I'm from Jacksonville, Florida. I just want to say happy holidays to my family back home, my friends, and also my family and friends here in South Korea. I appreciate you all. Hope you have a good Christmas and Happy New Year's.
My moderate to severe Crohn's symptoms kept me out of the picture. Now I have Skyrizi.
I've got places to go and I'm feeling free. Controlling my Crohn's means everything to me. Control is everything to me.
And now I'm back in the picture. Feel significant symptom relief at 4 weeks with Skyrizi, including less abdominal pain and fewer bowel movements. Skyrizi helped visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. And with Skyrizi, many were in remission at 12 weeks, at 1 year, and even at 2 years.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's.
Now's the time to take control of your Crohn's.
Control is everything to me.
Ask your your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's disease.
And here we go. Your consumer cellular tower.
I didn't know they built towers.
They don't. Consumer cellular uses the same towers as big wireless, but then passes the savings on to you.
So I get the same fast nationwide coverage if I switch?
Yep, save your money for something else. Speaking of, I ordered us some Thai food. Thank you. Oh, shoot.
I'll go get it.
Pretty high up here, isn't it? For unlimited talk and text with reliable coverage and your second month free, call Consumer Cellular.
Mike Huckabee here for Vinia, the remarkable red grape superfood for better blood flow. I have taken Vinia every day for 3 years. It's been a life changer for me. The science is sound. In a 90-day clinical trial, Vinia significantly increased the dilation of arteries. This dilation increases blood flow. Better blood flow gives me the physical energy I want. Better blood flow means more oxygen can go to my brain to give me the mental alertness that I need to be at the top of my game. Call or go online to get your first month free. Guaranteed results or your money back.
I got this $1,000 camera for only $41 on Deal Dash.
DealDash.com. Online auctions since 2009. This PlayStation 5 sold for only 50 cents. This iPad Pro sold for less than $34. And this Nintendo Switch sold for less than $20.
I got this KitchenAid stand mixer for only $56.
I got this barbecue smoker for 26 bucks.
And shipping is always free.
Go to DealDash.com right now and see how much you can save.
What if your body didn't have to hurt after being active? Introducing Stogo, the only apparel with adjustable medical-grade support designed to help you overcome injuries, minimize pain, and regain the confidence to get back out there. Stogo's supportive apparel is engineered with 90 feet of high-strength cables that reinforce the body and control dials that allow you to adjust the support. Stogo is trusted by professionals, world-class athletes, and weekend warriors who all want one thing: more activity and less pain. Learn more at Stogo.com.
24 minutes after the hour, welcome back. Right now, you're looking live at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport, and the top stories we're following this morning includes that scene that you're seeing right there, where American Airlines is working to get back on schedule after grounding all of its U.S. flights over a technical issue. The company is apologizing for passengers for those delays. Now, this comes on what is expected to be the busiest day yet for many airports nationwide. But a lot of people are also just getting into their cars and driving, some of them trying to find those last-minute Christmas gifts. And the man charged with murdering a healthcare CEO pleaded not guilty, and now his lawyer says he can't get a fair trial. Luigi Mangione's attorney says the mayor of New York has tainted the jury pool, turning him into a political pawn. She calls the perp walk when he was extradited from Pennsylvania a choreographed spectacle and unnecessary. And right now, we're learning new details about the man charged with setting a sleeping woman on fire on a New York City subway train, killing her. Authorities say Sebastian Zepeda Calilla is a Guatemalan national in the United States illegally. A source familiar with the investigation tells NewsNation his attorney wants his client to have a psychological evaluation. And with just 27 days to go until President-elect Trump's inauguration, House Republicans could be barreling towards another speaker fight to kick off the new year. Allies of Speaker Mike Johnson are reportedly urging President-elect Trump to publicly reaffirm his support to avoid a messy, protracted battle that could delay the certification of his own victory. Joining us now, former White House Chief of Staff for President Trump, Mick Mulvaney, and host of the Aggressive Progressive podcast, Chris Hahn, both NewsNation contributors and both of the gentlemen that we love to have on a morning. So, Mick, let's go ahead and jump right in there. How much help does Speaker Johnson need right now? Because we know Republicans have a slim majority in the new Congress and tensions are high. So is his position in jeopardy, and would a phone call or some type of signaling from the president-elect help to secure things?
I've talked to a lot of my friends in the House, and they all say pretty much the same thing, which is nobody else wants the job. So as long as Donald Trump is okay with Mike Johnson's going to be the speaker. If Donald Trump goes on TV and says he prefers somebody else, then that somebody else will be the speaker. Keep in mind, I think the margin right now is either 1 or 2 votes, that Mike Johnson could only lose 1 or 2 votes, and he can't be the speaker. And one congressman, Thomas Massey from Kentucky, has already said he won't vote for Michael Johnson. So it's going to come down to where Donald Trump is on January 4th or 5th when Congress comes back into session.
But there's also another scenario, Chris. You know, Hakeem Jeffries could swoop in and save the day. How likely is it that Democrats will help rescue Johnson again, or would that spark more backlash among Republican critics?
Look, if Johnson wants to make a deal with the Democrats, they're all ears, but nobody jumps in and saves somebody's speakership for free, right? I think that was what Kevin McCarthy expected about a year and a half ago, and he was sorely mistaken. Had Kevin McCarthy made a deal with Hakeem Jeffries, he'd still be speaker today, but he did not do that. So I don't expect that to happen, barring Johnson, making that call to Jeffries. But look, you can't beat somebody with nobody, and I think Mick is right. Who wants this job? The majority is so slim that there needs to be some sort of deal, I think, governing deal with Democrats to actually get things done, like they did with the spending bill that just passed. So I think that it would behoove Johnson and Jeffries to get together over this holiday break and figure out something that will allow the Congress to function appropriately for the next 2 years.
You know, yesterday, gentlemen, we were talking about how Mr. Trump made news over the weekend, talking about different things like floating the idea of the U.S. buying Greenland, and he's calling for the U.S. to retake the Panama Canal. And we have a little bit of sound. I want to chat with both of you about it on the other side.
Has anyone ever heard of the Panama Canal? Huh? Because we're being ripped off at the Panama Canal like we're being ripped off everywhere else.
Mick, you've heard of the Panama Canal. Are we being ripped off? And what is up with Mr. Trump? What is he angling for here?
Yeah, I don't think either Chris nor I had the Panama Canal takeover on our bingo card for 2025, but clearly that's where things are going. Look, this is part of a negotiation. If you listen to the whole speech, what he says is we're getting ripped off, and if we continue to get ripped off, we're just going to go take it. This is part of a negotiation to try and get lower fees to go through the canal. The Greenland thing is more interesting to me, honestly, because the Greenland thing actually came up when I was chief of staff, and we were looking seriously at the possibility of if Denmark wanted to sell Greenland, and there would be all sorts of good reasons for Denmark to do that, would we be interested in buying that? So I'm interested to see that that's filtered back up. Be curious to see where the Danes are, because, again, they have to be involved in the conversation. They're not giving it away for free.
Now, giving it away for free, Chris, I want you to close us out with that. Give me your take on things.
I mean, when he says, did anybody hear about the Panama Canal, it's like he just heard of it for the first time in his life, which I always love with Donald Trump. But look, if we want to build a base, a sub-base near the North Pole in Greenland, we could make a deal with Denmark for that property. I don't know what we're going to do with, a huge, huge piece of ice that is Greenland. But he must have some reason for it. Somebody must be asking him about this because it keeps coming up. And I'd really like to know what the reason is. And I think that should be one of Mick and I's goal over the next, 6 months, to try to understand why Donald Trump is obsessed with Greenland. Does it have something to do with Santa Claus right here on Christmas, Nick? It might. And I'm thinking that it might have something to do with maybe the NORAD Santa tracker needs to be placed in Greenland so we have a better understanding of what's going on. But, I mean, that's as good a reason as any, if you ask me.
Chris Hahn, Mick Mulvaney, thank you to you both, and happy holidays to both of your families.
Thanks,
Happy holidays.
Podcasters are turning out to be powerful players in the United States media. After a banner year spotlighted by this election cycle, why so many more people are turning to podcasts to get what they want or to learn what they need to know.
Let's Monopoly go! Friends are like money.
Kiki, I won again?
They make everything more fun. And you can never have enough. Toodaloo.
Accidents happen everywhere and every day. Sweep it up the easy way with the Helio Air Broom, the lightweight, flexible broom that's sweeping the nation. In one pass, it gets it all. Watch, ordinary brooms only get half the mess, but Air Broom's UltraFlex blade is specially designed to lift and grip and leave nothing behind. And for anything that hits the floor, it's a one-stop shop with the Helio Dustpan. For pets, it's the best. It easily removes pet hair on all floors. The Helio Air Broom gets the big stuff, yet precise enough for the finest dust. Use it wet or dry. Clean spilled milk and cereal, and an impossible to clean broken egg. Plus, it rinses clean every time. For hard surfaces like tile, it's the best. If you've got expensive hardwood floors, the Helio Air Broom is guaranteed to sweep without scratching. Plus, it gets into corners quick and easy. Use it in the bathroom. It'll sweep up hair, nail clippings, and floss. And with its telescopic handle, it becomes a squeegee too. Air Broom's sleek and slim, so you can store it anywhere. Watch, Helio's specially designed Lift and Grip Ultraflex blade effortlessly removes dust and hair on carpet, keeping your home mess-free. You'll love Helio or your money back guaranteed. So get your ultra lightweight Helio Air Broom at helioairbroom.com for just $29.99 or call 1-800-394-5871 now. Order today and we'll include our Helio dustpan absolutely free. We'll also throw in the Helio Mini, yours free too. Use the Helio Mini on your couch or furniture to clean fur quick and easy. And for the car, watch as Helio Mini cleans fur trapped in your car's carpet better than a vacuum. That's right, you can get the Helio Air Broom plus the Helio dustpan and the Helio Mini, a $60 value for only $29.99. So order now.
Speak now or forever hold your...
Only took 4-hour cough liquid? Unlike Robitussin DM, Delsum Liquid offers 12 hours of cough relief all day or night. Delsum, cough crisis averted.
Kind of needs to be more squiggly. Perfect. So now, do you have a driver's license?
Oh, what did you get us?
With the click of a pen, you can get a new Volkswagen at the Sign Then Drive event. Lease a 2024 Taos for 0 down, 0 deposit, 0 first month's payment, and 0 due at signing. Limited inventory available.
Did you know 80% of women are struggling with hair damage, just like I was?
Dryness and frizz could be damaged hair that can't retain moisture.
New Pantene Miracle Rescue Deep Conditioner with first-of-its-kind melting Pro V pearls. Locks in moisture to repair 6 months of damage in one wash, without weigh down.
Guaranteed or your money back.
For resilient, healthy-looking hair. If you know it's Pantene.
Welcome back, 34 minutes after the hour. As we look ahead to 2025, it could be another historic year for podcasting. It's quickly become one of the most influential platforms to spread information and shape opinions. Now, a growing number of shows are even influencing elections on an unprecedented scale. Joining me now is Sarah Fraser, host of the award-winning Sarah Fraser Show, a pop culture podcast with more than 20 million downloads to date. In the interest of full disclosure, everybody needs to know that I love this woman, and I've been following you for years. Sarah, when we knew we wanted to talk about the influence of podcasting, you immediately came to mind because you've been doing it for years. Many are saying that podcasting decided the 2024 election with politicians speaking directly to voters as guests. Where do you see its influence going from here, and what does the future of podcast look like?
Well, Nick, full disclosure, I love you. Huge fan of you and News Nation. Thank you for having me. Yes, huge year in 2024 for podcasting, and we're predicting more of the same in 2025. I have a friend in podcasting who likes to say to me, Sarah, we're only in the third inning when it comes to podcasting. And if you think about terrestrial radio, had an 80-plus year run, and podcasting has really replaced that. And I think this past fall, however you feel about the election, there was so much discussion about the presidential candidates going on podcasts, and I really do believe they absolutely tipped the scale. From Joe Rogan, Theo Vaughn, Call Her Daddy. And, you think about it, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, presidential candidates never would have turned there. Mm-hmm. And now, they are making a huge difference. So yes, we are still in its infancy, and podcasting in 2025 is a great year for people to start thinking about getting in if you've always wanted to launch one.
Let's talk about that though, Sarah, because it's more than just buying a microphone, it's building a brand. What should newcomers know?
Well, first of all, get started. Okay, there's a lot of information out there. You can do it very affordably. That's what's the beauty, right? You and I, Nick, have been in television and radio. There were so many gatekeepers. There's no gatekeepers. Start. I mean, I don't think Joe Rogan ever anticipated that he'd be interviewing a president and then have 52 million YouTube views. So get started. You can do it affordably. We're going to talk about my course that I'm launching, but you can find so much free information and just get consistent. What I see all the time with podcasters, they jump in, they hire very expensive producers, all these things, but they don't even know how to just be consistent with it to find your voice. So I say get started, get consistent for 6 to 8 months, and then you can ramp up.
Is that the secret, Sarah? Because you've built your podcast from the ground up into a successful building, literally talking about everything from family to relationship struggles, pop culture. What are the tips for growing and expanding a project like that?
Yeah, I mean, I've been at it 8 years. I've had many failures in my podcast. It started out 3 days a week, and then that was too much. I had to go down to 2 days because I had a second job. So yes, being consistent though is for me how I won out. A lot of people I started with in podcasting gave up because the thing is really there wasn't a lot of money in podcasting until the past 4 years. The pandemic really changed that. It kind of was the end of terrestrial radio with a lot more people not commuting. And so all those dollars have been shifted to podcasts. So by being consistent and hanging in there, I really won out. And then I really grew my show also talking about pop culture topics, as you know, and being a wife, being a mother, topics that are relatable to a lot of women and men out there. And there's so many topics to do that. True crime, politics is huge, family life. So yes, if you can kind of build on some of those pop culture topics, you can really get a following.
Sarah, where can we learn more before I let you go?
Well, the Sarah Fraser Show drops episodes every single day, and I have my own podcast course to teach you how to do everything. It's called GoBigPodcasting.com by Sarah Fraser, and I'm sharing all my secrets because, yes, we are just getting started with podcasting.
And Sarah, right now I'm sending you a virtual hug and wishing you, Schman, and AJ the happiest of holidays.
Love you. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Bye-bye. Months after a disaster, family is brought to tears of joy for a change. The new place they get to call home just in time for the holidays.
Guys, got hair loss? I know what you're thinking. Should I shave my head? Comb it over? Wear a hat? Just stop. This isn't 1970. Keep your hair and your confidence because Bosley, America's #1 hair restoration experts, can give you your real hair back permanently. Check them out because they're giving away an absolutely free information kit and a free gift card to everyone who scans this QR code. Dude, you don't have to look like your dad because this isn't your dad's hair loss treatment. People all over the country trust Bosley because they're ahead of the curve. They use the latest technology to give you your real hair back. And the best part, Bosley's permanent solution is protected by the Bosley Guarantee. Let them show you for free how awesome your hair could look with an absolutely free information kit and a gift card for $250 off. Scan the QR code. Don't wait. Scan the code now and ask about the Bosley Guarantee.
What do you do when your tires are low and you've got someplace to go? What if the solution was right in your pocket? Introducing Pocket Air Pro by Bullseye, the compact compressor that goes anywhere to fill it up with air. Equipped with a 4,500 milliamp rechargeable lithium-ion battery. That's enough power to fill 4 car tires on a single charge, and the whole family's bike tires in no time. It puts the power of a full-size air compressor in your pocket. Low pressure warning? Fill it up with Pocket Air. Motorcycle tire flat? Pocket Air Pro can fill that. Take it with you to class to fill it up fast. Whether inflating basketballs or soccer balls, Pocket Air can do it all. Featuring an advanced smart pressure sensor, it automatically stops when your set tire pressure is reached. Simply set it and let it inflate, completely hands-free. Pocket Air Pro is lightweight, durable, and is powerful enough to lift all that weight. Even a trailer loaded with thousands of pounds of equipment is no match for Pocket Air Pro. Pocket Air is powerful enough to inflate this giant truck. With an ultra-bright LED light and a large display screen, it's safe to use even at night. And with 4 custom air nozzles on board, it's perfect for pool toys, exercise balls, and more. Gas station air out of order? Fill it up anytime, anywhere with Pocket Air. Call or go online now and get the complete Pocket Air Pro system for just $79. $49.99. It comes with the carry case, car charger, and a 90-day money-back guarantee. And for a limited time, we'll give you a 50% discount on a second one. Plus, we'll ship your entire order free. You get it all at incredible value. Remember, when your air is low, you need Bullseye Pocket Air Pro. Order now.
To order, call 1-800-314-7128. That's 1-800-314-7128, or go online to buypocketair.com. That's 1-800-314-7128, or go to buypocketair.com.
When my hair started to thin, I thought, am I going to have any hair left?
After I gave birth, my hair wasn't even thinning, it was gone.
When I spoke to my dermatologist, he immediately pointed me in the direction of Nutrafol.
It's 100% drug-free and clinically tested.
Within 3 months, my hair was fuller.
It's longer, it's so much thicker.
I had more scalp coverage.
It was so nice to be noticed for my hair after hiding it for so many years.
Start your hair growth journey at Nutrafol.com.
What if your body didn't have to hurt after being active? Introducing Stogo, the only apparel with adjustable medical-grade support designed to help you overcome injuries, minimize pain, and regain the confidence to get back out there. Stoko's supportive apparel is engineered with 90 feet of high-strength cables that reinforce the body and control dials that allow you to adjust the support. Stoko is trusted by professionals, world-class athletes, and weekend warriors who all want one thing: more activity and less pain. Learn more at Stoko.com.
Welcome back. We're following breaking news right now. American Airlines working to get back on track after technical issues kept flights on the ground, causing massive delays. Right now, you're taking a live look at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport, which is America's largest hub. A ground stop on American's planes has been lifted. Now, the airline is apologizing for those delays. And no delays for Santa Claus. You're looking live right now at NORAD's Santa Tracker. Santa's sleigh flying around the world, delivering the gifts for all the good little boys and girls out there. It's NORAD's 69th year tracking Santa's Christmas journey. And hundreds of families across North Carolina have nowhere to go this holiday season after losing everything during Hurricane Helene. But one group is stepping in to help some of those most in need this Christmas, answering their prayers with new homes. NewsNation's Brian Enton has that story.
When we first met Alyssa Money, her husband, and their 4 little kids in North Carolina, they were all living in a small camper trailer.
Oh, it's rough.
Yeah, what little, I explained it to a friend, like what little we did have, you know, it is gone. So you have to restart. The baby sleeps here. It's like, we clean it out every night. I know it seems like a lot, but we put all her toys in there during the day and then clean it out for her to sleep in at night. Then Ariel sleeps here, Gloria up top, Landon on the bottom. There's just, you know, a little tiny bathroom back there.
3 months ago, the family lost everything in Hurricane Helene. Their home was destroyed and their life upended.
Oh, that's cool.
I want to look in the other one.
And pillows.
Pillows?
Yeah.
Pillows?
This is where they're going now.
But just in time for Christmas, the family now has a lot to be thankful for. After our story aired, Emergency RV brought the family a much larger home.
Merry Christmas.
Each child now has a bunk bed, and there's a full kitchen and even a Christmas tree.
You got places for all your clothes.
Yeah, I can also lay down on the couch.
I'm very thankful for it. So very thankful. There's no way I could do this. Not right now. And what I do for work. So I try. I've been trying. But it's taken me a while. A very long while.
Woody Faircloth and his group Emergency RV have already delivered 50 RVs and added 2 more to the list in North Carolina in just the last couple of days. They sign over ownership of the RVs to the hurricane victims. Amazing, especially right before Christmas. Brian Enton, News Nation.
That was News Nation's Brian Enton reporting from North Carolina. Wow. Emergency RV founder Woody Faircloth joins me now. And, sir, we are honored to have you. Good morning.
Thanks for having us. Good morning to you. Merry Christmas.
And Merry Christmas to you. Woody, I have to ask you, it's such a wonderful act of kindness from volunteers and your company. Walk us through how you make this happen after seeing what we believe was News Nation's initial report, right?
Yeah, we saw that report on X. Brian always does such a great job telling stories. And, you know, we've been providing donated RVs to families as a emergency transitional shelter since 2018 Campfire. But You know, what's happening in Western North Carolina is just awful. I mean, there are over 700 families on our waiting list for shelter. Not a single one had flood insurance. But, you know, we put the call out and angels come running. I mean, we had a family in Maryland who had this RV to donate. We had a guy who had adopted a couple of donkeys who said he wanted to tow it to North Carolina for us. And so it's just amazing how people come together. It's awesome.
Woody, you know, I'm from the South, and when you say angels come running, that sounds like a testimony to me.
Yes, sir. I grew up in North Carolina, so when this disaster hit, it hit really close to my heart. And, you know, God is definitely involved in this work. I mean, we're all volunteers. We're a handful of volunteers at Emergency RV. My co-founder is 12 years old, and we've been able to deliver 73 RVs to families in Western North Carolina. We've got about 5 more coming today and another 5 coming tomorrow for Christmas, and every one is an absolute miracle.
Woody, when you get something like this, you know what you're about to do, but you show up at their door. How do they react when you show up saying, hey, I got some news. I need to talk to you for a second outside?
You know, there's a lot of tears. There's a lot of hugs. These people become part of our extended family, and we're just so blessed to be a vessel for this work. I mean, you know, there are volunteers all over the country who donate these RVs. We can give them the full appraised value as a tax deduction on their taxes, and then these families have a place to start over again. A lot of these families are going to live in these RVs for a long time, so we make sure they're RVs that are in good working order. Everything works. We don't want to give them more problems, but it's just beautiful work and beautiful people. These are our neighbors.
And Woody, you and I know that the shelter is the first piece of that housing. And when you have that, that's where the blessings start, and you can kind of build from there. What's your message this morning, though, to those who are still trying to get their homes?
You know, just keep the faith. You know, keep praying. There's a lot of people out there praying and offering to help. You know, people donating their RVs. You know, we also need monetary donations that help us transport the RVs and stock them with everything a family needs to get started again. You know, but just keep the faith, explore all of your options, you know, and just to the rest of America, there's a lot of help that's still needed here. This is far from over. There are 5,200 families in hotel rooms right now, kind of spending their life savings eating out and on junk food. We need to get them in these kind of transitional homes where they can cook their own meals again. And it just gives people hope, a chance to start over.
And Woody, before I let you go, let's get some more angels running that way to help and support. How can people learn more, and how can people donate?
You know, we're on social media at X, Instagram, and Facebook at Emergency RV, or you can come to our website, which is emergencyrv.org. We'd love to have volunteers. We'd love to have you help us make these miracles. We're going to help some veterans today who lost their homes, and we're super excited about that.
Listen, Woody, I cannot wait to meet you in real time. God bless you and your family. Emergency RV founder Woody Faircloth, thank you so much for joining us this morning on Morning in America, and Merry Christmas, sir.
God bless you. Merry Christmas.
Absolutely. Well, it looks like reindeer games inside of a Texas hospital. How this golden retriever is spreading Christmas cheer in today's Dose of Happy. That's up next. And today, thousands of U.S. troops are spending Christmas on deployment, including U.S. Army Staff Sergeant Abraham Flores, thousands of miles away from his home. We'll speak with him and his wife, Carolina, next to share their story and how they're getting through the holiday apart.
Hi, my name is PFC Miller. I am at 269 Military Police Company. I want to wish everybody in the state of Tennessee a very Merry Christmas.
Coming up next, NewsNation Live with Marni Hughes on NewsNation, news for all Americans.
Sore throat got your tongue? Mucinex Insta-Sue Sore Throat Medicated Drops. Uniquely formulated for rapid relief that lasts and lasts. That's my baby! Try our new sugar-free cough drop, Insta-Soothe.
My moderate to severe Crohn's symptoms kept me out of the picture. Now I have Skyrizi.
I've got places to go and I'm feeling free. Controlling my Crohn's means everything to me. Control is everything to me.
And now I'm back in the picture. Feel significant symptom relief at 4 weeks with Skyrizi, including less abdominal pain and fewer bowel movements. Skyrizi helped visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. And with Skyrizi, many were in remission at 12 weeks, at 1 year, and even at 2 years.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's.
Now's the time to take control of your Crohn's. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's disease.
Pet owners know the struggle. Your best bud can track dirt, mud, sand, and all sorts of other gunk indoors. But now there's a simple solution that won't have you scrambling for the mop and bucket. It's Muddy Mat, the pet-perfect anti-mud mat that keeps your dog's paws so clean, it's like they're wiping them at the door. Muddy Mat surface is designed with thousands of advanced ultra-soft microfibers that are 5 times more absorbent than ordinary floor mats, trapping dirt and water, perfectly protecting the floor underneath, leaving your floors clean and dry. Its durable super grip underside means Muddy Mat stays put, even when your pal is tearing around. Perfect for any floor surface. Slip Muddy Mat under your pal's food dish to absorb runaway crumbs and water, or use it in the bathroom as a home base for drying off. Muddy Mat can even be a perfect addition to catch spills in the kitchen. Once Muddy Mat has trapped all the mess, just toss it in the washing machine. It's machine washable and dryable. So easy.
I love the Muddy Mat. There's no mud or dirt on the floor or on Piper's paws. It's on the Muddy Mat.
My mom used to make me clean up after sunning, and now I don't need to.
Being able to keep that mop and bucket put away is a lifesaver.
Muddy Mat is the simple anti-mud mat that also stops dirt, grass, sand, and more at the door. Stop wasting money on those ordinary mats. Super absorbent and built to last, Muddy Mat lets you spend less time mopping and more time romping with your four-legged friend. Reduce the mess caused by your pet and get the easy solution to keeping any of your floors clean and dry. Call or go online to order your revolutionary Muddy Mat right away. Through this exclusive introductory offer, we're giving a massive discount. See how you can get 1 Muddy Mat completely free. Order 2 and get 1 free for only $19.95 each. Buy 2 Muddy Mats and get 1 free for only $19.95 each.
Visit shopmuddymat.com or call 1-800-815-6313.
There is so much more that's about to happen.
That's not just media hype. The mighty News Nation has assembled a strong team to help take us through.
News Nation, news for all Americans.
Yes. Good girl. Let's go. Girl. Annie, jump. Good girl. Annie, sit.
This 2.5-year-old golden retriever is spreading Christmas cheer at a hospital in Houston. Annie, the therapy dog, has been delivering greeting cards to patients. She's even going the extra mile to help provide support for patients during their therapy sessions. So far, her heartwarming help, we're recognizing Annie as today's dose of happy. We love that. Some of our nation's military members getting the chance to head home for the holidays. Now, thousands of initial entry U.S. Army soldiers from Fort Gregg Adams, Virginia, recently passing through Richmond's airport en route to see family and friends. But many service members will be far away from loved ones this year as they are now deployed overseas. Let's chat with one of them, U.S. Army Staff Sergeant Abraham Flores, who is now in Poland. His wife, Carolina Flores, joining us from San Antonio, Texas. Merry Christmas to both of you.
Thank you. Merry Christmas to you.
Absolutely. Sergeant, thank you so much for your service. And I know for a fact that the family also serves in their own way. So, Carolina, I want to thank you as well, because it's hard to be away from those you love. But, Sergeant, I got to start, sir. First off, tell us a little about your story and the decision to serve our country as part of the United States military.
So growing up as a kid, all my uncles served in the military, and I was really looked up to them. And so I wanted to keep that legacy going on. So they were every branch but the Army, so I decided to do something a little bit different and join the Army.
And what people don't know is
9 years now.
9 years, congratulations. And what people don't know is you don't have any control over where you're deployed, what that assignment is, when it's going to happen, and it can just come as a surprise.
Yeah, it does come as a surprise, and sometimes we're better or worse. I've been really lucky at the places I've gotten to travel and the things I've gotten to see. So besides being away from my wife, I can't complain.
Carolina, that's the only thing he has to complain about, being away from you. It's difficult being apart this time of year. What's getting you through?
Right. Definitely what's getting me through is my family and my friends, and of course my job. I'm a teacher, so my kids, they keep me busy and it's great. So I'm really thankful that I have a really strong support system while my husband's been away.
And I think that people at home need to know that, Sergeant, you have a support system of sorts as well, because there are other members of the military who are deployed right there with you. So you try to make the best of a holiday when you're deployed overseas, the best that you can. But tell people at home what Christmas traditions are like and how you plan to spend the holiday.
So Christmas traditions for me back home is a lot of opening and passing out gifts for the little kids, and then just eating good food. And while I may not have the traditional food I'd eat back home, I know me and my guys are going to go have a good meal at the chow hall today, and then probably going to watch a Christmas movie and drink some hot chocolate that my wife's into me.
Carolina, what advice do you have for other spouses who might be separated from someone who is also serving right now during the holidays?
I guess my advice would be to just continue seeking out community. It can be really easy to just isolate yourself and moving around with your husband, he becomes your home and the person that you go to for everything. So it's really important that you do seek out community, whether that's, at a place of worship or at a job or just any sort of, outside place where you can find friends and lean on them and talk to them and just continue to have that communication with other people around you.
And Carolina, I'll close with Sergeant Flores, but I want to ask you, what is your Christmas wish for those out there right now who are watching you two and sending you love from across the globe?
I guess my Christmas wish would be for people to be surrounded by others who love them and support them.
And Sergeant Flores, I'm going to close with you once again. How do you want to have people recognize this holiday, and what would you want to be your Christmas wish?
I just want people to be grateful and appreciate the loved ones and the friends they have around them and just cherish the time that they have with each other. And my Christmas wish would just be that, everybody is with the people or around people who care about them, and to really just enjoy themselves and be safe. Most importantly, be safe this holiday season.
Sergeant Abraham Flores and Carolina Flores, thank you both for joining us, and we're sending you both love here from News Nation. Stay safe, Sergeant, and get back home. And right now, we're following along with Chris Kringle's journey around the globe. Right now, you're looking live at NORAD's Santa Tracker. Santa's delivering the gifts for all the good little boys and girls out there. It's NORAD's 69th year tracking Santa's Christmas journey. And I know one stop he's going to make, and that's to News Nation Live, to our own Christmas queen, Marni Hughes. Marni, I know that you are. Marni, we love you.
You're too much. You're too much, Nick. I just love you. And the scene you guys have behind you today, I mean, warm and toasty all morning. Your living room is very welcoming. Thank you. I'll take it from here. Merry Christmas. Santa's busy, or about to be very busy. All right, it's Christmas Eve, Tuesday, December 24th. It's time for News Nation Live.
I am worried about the weather, but I'm going to hang in there and give it a shot.
Holiday travelers setting records this year. One airline already dealing with a nationwide ground stop this morning. Plus, tracking some severe weather across the country on this holiday. Deadly waves on the West Coast and millions under winter weather alerts out east. And the threat of a